Just Being Me podcast. Your girls, Margot and Mary. It's always there. Whenever we need an answer, it is there. No matter what the situation, our higher self knows exactly what is best for us. It is not political, social, or intellectual self. It is the core of our being. No matter how long it's been since we consciously communicated with it, the power within us remains steady. 2 o'clock on Saturday morning, it's there. Winter, summer, spring, or fall, we've got the power. At the break of day or nightfall, we are guided and protected. There is within a source of light that does not keep a schedule 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. It works overtime all the time. It doesn't matter whether we went to church last Sunday or if we haven't been since whenever, if ever. The spirit within is there for us always. We just have to acknowledge it, praise it, thank it, and know everything is all right now. The spirit is the one and only active power in my life. Yay! Go ahead, Iyala.
Amen again.
Amen and amen again. That came from the Acts of Faith Daily Meditation for People of Color by Iyala Van Zant. Thank you very much, Iyala. I like that. The spirit is always with us. You just have to acknowledge that it is there.
Right, exactly.
Yep, I like that. Hey, y'all. Welcome to episode 88 of the Just Being Me podcast. We want to thank you for tuning in to our podcast. As you hear Miss Mary on the box. Hi, Miss Mary.
Hello.
She's there on the box. We want to say hey y'all to everybody who tuned in last week where you had a double hitter because I forgot to hit publish the week prior, so it was 2 episodes dropped last week. Please continue to spread the word to your friends and family about our podcast, and you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Castbox, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, Deezer Podcasts, and Amazon Music under Podcast. All right, y'all. Let's just jump on into our weekend. What did you do this weekend, Miss Mary?
I didn't do too much. As you know, I'm still on vacation. So,
still gone.
Yeah, I just, ran some errands and did some things. And that's about it. Seen some sights and, made a couple of purchases. And that's about it.
Purchasing is always good.
Yeah, I did that. I told you about this really nice store out here that you can get really nice crystals. I love this store. So I was out there. I anticipated. I'm not going to do that. I was trying to get an appointment for tomorrow to get me a tattoo. But the girl, I guess she didn't know if she could fit me in or not, and we didn't hear back from her.
Okay.
So that may not happen. So I might end up going back out to the crystal store to pick up some other things. Yeah, I just did some stops and some things I had looked up on the internet, and I just went out and tried to find them and just go in different stores to see, if they had anything I was interested in. There was a couple of items I just picked up, nothing big. So that was pretty much my weekend. I didn't do anything really, really special. And the weather was rain for like 3 days, 2 days. So yeah, but that's all I did.
That's it. That's all.
That's all I did.
Well, we did. Pastrami on the Run was up this weekend. We had a couple of orders, which was actually a blessing, and we did not advertise for Pastrami on the Run to be up this weekend because my guy's daughter had a surprise baby shower last week. And
that's right.
Mm-hmm. So we drove all the way up to, where do we drive? Is it Palmdale? I think it's Palmdale. Drove all the way up there and went to the baby shower and then came back. And people started calling us saying, are you guys up? Like, I want to order this to pick up for tomorrow. And I'm like, well, we have Friday is usually when you get your orders in, but I mean, we didn't say anything. They telling us a day in advance, so I went home and took out, what I need to take out. I'm like, sure. I had a couple of orders anyway for Sunday, just from last week. People say, well, I'll come next week. I said, okay, we only going to be there on Sunday. So they're like, I'll pick it up on Sunday. So since we already had that, we had other people come in, and we had a lot of orders on Sunday and didn't even promote it at all. So that was a blessing.
Okay.
Yeah, we were happy with that, and they were all pickups, so that was even better. We have signed on the dotted line for our food location. Okay, I need a sound effect. Oh no, not that one. Yay! Yes, we have signed on the dotted line for our food location. I will share on another episode all of that because, of course, I will be using this as an opportunity to market our spot. Of course, why not? This is our podcast. Why not? So I'm so happy. My guy is happy. We're happy, and we are nervous, and we have a little bit of anxiety and a little bit of cold feet because now it's for real. Yeah. Now shit is real. So we both prayed, because I told him I was having cold feet and I was feeling very nervous. And he said, you know what? Okay. I woke up with the same feeling. And I asked him if he can contact his pastor to pray over just our whole new venture and our whole new situation so that it'll bring some ease to us. But I received my ease because I made my own prayer to God and said, this is something that you're putting on me, and I know you wouldn't give me more than what we can do. So just help me and guide me through it. And so that helped me. But I do want the pastor to also pray over our business so that we can, not feel blessed, but be blessed.
And be at peace with it.
Be at peace with it, yes, for sure. And then Saturday, I went to a backyard boogie where there was a comedy show. It was called Conversations, Comedy, and Something Else. And I didn't even know what it was. I just knew that my guy's friend was having a backyard boogie. I didn't know flyers went out and all this other stuff, which it did. And the comedian Scruncho from Long Beach was the headliner. He had two other comedians on there. They were all funny. But something happened that night, and I'll discuss it later in my rant. Because, something happened. It was a learning experience, but overall, I had a good time. They had food. Oh, my God. They had a crab boil. And, one of Jermaine's people was putting it together. It was crab. They had neck bones in it. They had, look at Mary's face. Huh? It was crab. It had neck bones. It had shrimp. It had little sausages. Oh, my God. That stuff was so good. It was good. When I seen the neck bone, I made the same face that you did. What is that?
Girl, I can't remember the last time I had a neck bone.
My mom used to make them all the time.
My mom did too.
I haven't had a neck bone in a long time, and that neck bone was so tender, so seasoned very well. It was so good. I was over there breaking them neck bones down. It's like, ooh, ooh, that was good. Ooh, that was good. It was good. They had a bartender, and she made a really bomb margarita, and I put an extra shot of Patron. No, we didn't do Patron. We did Don Julio. An extra shot of tequila in there. That was good. And then another lady was making. They had like little stands. It's in the backyard, but they had little little stands. So they had the crab boiled, and this other tent was making fried chicken, and with it was like lemon pepper and all these different. The people that was with us, they got that, and she gave me some of her chicken. I was like, oh my God, this chicken is so good. So good. Chicken and french fries. Really good. Okay. And then they had a cigar man there who was, you could buy cigars from. It was really cool. It was a really nice situation. Nice. So that's that. We could jump into let's talk about it. Hold on. I got all my music mixed up. Okay. So, let's talk about it. Okay, look. So, I did not know and do not know this guy, but Mary noticed this. She don't know him, but she heard of him. The Relationship Guru Derrick Jaxn. He got caught out here cheating, and I've just seen it all up and down the social media timelines, and people are like, oh my God, like they shocked. But what I don't understand is, first of all, he's a self-proclaimed relationship person, like a social media. So if you were listening to this guy, this dude is human. So stuff is going to happen. But I read some more information about this guy. What made it like a whole other situation. Hold on, let me pull it up. Hold on, let me see here. So okay. I have a lot of stuff on my screen. So he made reference back in the day to this Pastor John Gray. Do you know Pastor John Gray?
Yes.
Okay, so Pastor John Gray got caught cheating a while back or whatever. And so this guy, Derrick Jaxn, I'm calling him no guru of nothing. This dude, Derrick Jaxn, had made reference to the guy cheating. And so the guy, the pastor, after he seen Derrick get caught, this is what he had to say. He said, "Hey, Derrick." Because you want to talk shit about me. Hey, Derrick, how you doing? You remember when I responded to your words about me? Remember when I posted videos about you? Neither do I. To be clear, I slept with one woman in my life, my wife. But that doesn't absolve me of the wrong that I did do. Any interaction or communication with anyone was wrong. My failures are mine, and I have gone through and continue to go through counseling to address the vast empty place that led me to the behavior that was analytical to how I was raised and what I believe. Okay, let me just back up, because I'm sure, I don't know this pastor, but I'm sure whatever the whole situation was, it wasn't because you was just having conversations with one woman. Like, so you trying to say this. I mean, I'm with you with saying, hey, Derrick, because he was talking shit about you and he just did the same thing. But don't try to clean yourself up and make yourself like, I didn't have sex with mine and you did. No, you did. Don't, come on, man. Come on. He says, let's see. I've learned in life that everyone gets a turn. When it was mine, I didn't, I can't even say, obfuscate my wrong by addressing what I knew about others. I kept others' names out of my mouth. Maybe it would have been wise to do the same. I'm like, ooh. Well, all right. Mm-hmm. This dude, I seen the video. Did you see the video of him and his wife? This Derrick Jaxn, when he's on there with his wife on there talking about that he did cheat?
Yes.
I feel so bad for that wife. She looked like she was being held by gunpoint. Like it was somebody behind her holding her gunpoint. He had her hand and everything. Like, you better sit next to me and let me go on out here and tell these people. But I did.
And then the wife had her own little spill.
Oh.
She came on. And the timeline, and she did her own little thing. I think it was today, or was it yesterday?
Oh, wow.
And it was so funny, girl. She had on that same black bonnet.
Girl.
And And she had on an army fatigue jacket and said that she had the shield of armor on, and she started talking about God and all this stuff, and that, Derrick's going to have to pay for whatever Derrick did, and, all this stuff. I'm like, okay, here we go. I couldn't even listen to the whole thing. I was just sitting by it. I was just so sitting by it, because I feel like it's not your fight. It's his fight.
Yeah.
You should have let him sit on that sofa by himself and say whatever he had to say.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Mm-hmm.
Something else I learned today was that her and Derrick were separated. They had been separated for a while. They were not divorced. Derrick had relations with more than 3 different women.
Mm.
And I think one of the women, I think she's a doctor or she's some kind of nurse or a doctor or something. She works at a hospital. She performs surgeries.
Mm.
So she's some kind of doctor. And so her and Derrick had been together for a minute, and she had gotten pregnant and everything.
What?
And
wow.
She just saw Derrick last week. She saw Derrick last week. And she said that he said for her not to talk to anybody. Somebody's trying to smear his name and don't give them any information. And he'll explain later. All this kind of stuff. He wanted her to keep the baby.
Oh, wow.
And he was confessing his love to her and everything. They even showed the text messages.
Oh, wow. Oh,
they showed the text messages. And he had told her that he couldn't find his wife. He didn't know where his wife was. His wife had left or whatever. And she said that he talked bad about the wife. And he said that he couldn't find his wife to get his wife served with these papers. And so he had been dating this woman, and she says that she thinks he has a sex addiction because he had came to her job one day, and she said that she couldn't come out. She couldn't take off or whatever because she was in surgery. Mm-hmm. She said he went in the parking lot and waited for her for 2.5 hours.
Oh, wow.
In the parking lot.
He got some issues.
But then it wasn't just him. She said she'd never been to his place or anything like that. He said that he's been living with a roommate ever since his wife had left or something. She said he always comes to her house, which was funny. It's so funny. You have to be careful because now, when you're watching his tapes, when you go back and listen to this guy, mm-hmm. Behind him, you can see him right with the phone in his hand, his face. Mm-hmm. Behind him, you can see the lady's building. She said, that's my building in the background.
Oh, my gosh. Wow. Wow.
And she was and I was like, But the thing is that, I guess he really thought he was doing something. I thought he was a bit harsh on the men. He talked about men like a dog. And what women should not be taken off of men, and how they treat women, and all these things we shouldn't be putting up with. He was like that mm-hmm. that type of guy, sort of. And so a lot of people were airing his old videos and stuff like that. It's like, where were you when you were talking about this stuff? Where were you talking about that stuff? And you were that guy,
right?
You had
that
been
was
that
you,
guy.
Yeah.
But he had like 1 million followers.
Wow.
I had came across him a few times, just going down a social media hole,
right.
the rabbit hole,
right.
And I just didn't take to him. We just didn't vibe. So, I just kept it pushing. But I knew exactly who he was, and I was just like, wow, this dude got caught up, a wife? When did he get a wife? I was shocked.
Right.
But yeah, he has a wife.
Wow.
And she got on there today. I mean, she needs to just get away from social media.
Please.
Get herself together. Make a decision about what she's going to do. Get some serious counseling.
Yeah. And
stop sounding like a broken record.
Yeah.
And all she speaks about, I hate these people that they call themselves these people that are like so Christian. They're just, but you're doing nothing but quoting, cliches.
Right.
It's like, come on, give us something with substance.
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever.
Why since you out here talking?
I mean, that's nothing.
Yeah.
That's nothing. People say that every day. Come on.
Right.
What are you standing on for real?
Right.
But I think that he really needed her to save himself. And he's trying to say, I'm married or whatever, because it came out. Mm-hmm. It came out, and he wanted to, try to come in here and get it together.
Right.
And stuff. And I guess he told his wife, let's just get back together. And I'm just going to have to say this, and we're going to be together, but this stuff ain't true and all this kind of stuff. And she sat there. And that's why she was looking so dumbfounded, I believe, because I think she sat there under false... he had to tell her something.
Right.
He told her something.
To get her there.
I don't think she knows everything.
Right.
I don't think she knows everything, because the lady was, the women were interviewed.
Wow.
And they can tell you everything about that man. I'm like, but see, that's why you have to be very careful about the eggs that you put into somebody else's basket. Because you never know. Especially people on social media.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me right now?
Yeah.
They out there trying to make $1.
Yeah. If they can find
anybody
anything.
that's out there for the money.
Yep.
I don't care what they tell you.
Right.
I don't care what kind of knowledge they tell you that they have.
Right.
But I'll sit up there and listen to this man, because he's a very nice looking man, nice little chocolate drop.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like he's doing that to get views. He's doing that to get followers.
Right.
You don't know nothing about this man. Ain't nobody vetted this man.
Nope.
And he ain't got. Oh, excuse me. He don't have any alphabets behind his name.
Not at all. He a social media guru, self-proclaimed guru.
And it's just like, oh, you guys' hearts are broken because he did this, Steve Harvey wrote a book, had movies and everything. Mm-hmm. And he was the biggest dog on the stage. Mm-hmm. Yep. You know what I mean? Dogged a whole bunch of women, including, I'm not talking about women, I'm talking about wives.
Right. Yeah.
Okay?
Yep.
I'm talking about all that.
Right.
So, and you guys, please, you guys gonna stop putting people on pedestals.
That's it right there. That is it. Putting the people on a pedestal like they just are gods and they do no wrong and they just are the end all be all. Yeah, they don't know nothing. They cheat, they lie, they steal, they all that. Like they are human beings. Okay.
They are human beings, and you know what? That whole thing is between him and his wife, and them other women.
Yep, that's it.
Period. And if I was his wife, I'd be like, you deal with that.
Yep. I'm not jumping on social media and talking by myself and saying I'm not coming on there with you talking. That's your deal. You deal with that, and I'm gonna deal with you. I'll deal with you.
That's your mess.
Yeah,
that's your mess. And then after you deal with your mess, and then we go into counseling, and then from there I'll make a decision.
Yep, and decide what I'm going to do. Yeah,
point blank. And I hate when they start bringing God into it. God, well, what was God when you were? Meeting these women and taking it further and not thinking about your marriage or, just thinking about your platform. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? What was God then?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just like, don't throw God in now, please.
Yeah. Don't do it. Do not.
I'm just not. I don't really get into that kind of stuff. I mean, I don't know.
So speaking of cheating, more cheating, comedian Gary Owens and his wife, Kenya Dukes, are calling it quits after 20-something years of being together. But the story behind the story is that, his wife had called out, Claudia Jordan on social media. Here y'all go again. Take it to social media. Pick up a phone. Call somebody. Email them personally. Ask them questions. So the wife, Kenya, she posted something on social media, but she quickly deleted it. But of course, the Shade Room caught it before it was deleted. So this is
Sure
what
they did.
okay, you know, they be out there. They be watching everything. She said, this is what Kenya said, the wife. She said, Dallas, Texas, I have your info. So the lady's name is supposed to be Dallas, Texas, if that's really her name. I'm going to deal with you in a minute. I am a little busy now. You can have him, but you can't disrespect me and my kids in the process. At Gary Owens Comedy, let her know a storm is coming. That's what she said. And so then she...
That's what his wife said?
That's what the wife said on social media. And then so she said it, she continued to say, try to be quiet out of respect of my kids, but at Claudia Jordan have me on one this morning. 23 years together. Gary didn't have shit but a raggedy pickup and good credit, no place to live. Dallas, Texas, your old ass shit. Your old ass, no, she said, Dallas, Texas, your old ass should have known better. Married, not separated. Married. At Gary Owen Comedy, all the energy you spent lying and acting and creating a fake narrative for these bitches that want to be me. You could have done it with a veggie. You could have done it with a veggie burger and a glass of fake filter water. Oh, she big mad. She mad. Real mad. So Claudia's phone started blowing up when she's spewing out all this stuff because people like, what she talking about on Claudia? So her friends started calling her saying, hey, homegirl going off on you, Gary's wife going off saying your name. So Claudia jumped on and she said, I have absolutely nothing to do with it. I do not have a friend in Dallas or anywhere else that is that man's mistress. I don't know of the woman, any other women that is his mistress. And she said she should have called her directly. She said, if you had an issue with me, you should have just called me and asked me and I would have told you that privately and we would have kept going. But for you to put my name in your mouth and you don't even know what you're talking about, shut up. Like, what do you want? What do you want?
Take it up with your husband.
Yeah, that have nothing to do with me.
You know, and I don't like women that do that. You know, listen, my husband, I did not have a relationship with you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Right.
My loyalty lies with my husband. His loyalty should lie with me. Mm-hmm. I'm not coming after you to say anything if my husband has had an affair with you or whatever. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I'm getting with him. Yeah. Because he belongs to me, but, you know, in the eyes of God, he's, right. You know, we're together. So the bottom line is, my beef is not with you.
Not at all.
My beef is with the person that is committed to me, yes. That I'm committed to. That's where the beef lies.
Yes. And I don't care.
You know, I could care less. I could care less about who you are, what you look like, what you do, you know, what. I could care less about all that. My beef ain't with you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because there's no commitment between you and I.
Not at all. Not at all.
I got the problem with one that has a commitment with me.
Mm-hmm. Because he knows he has a commitment with me. He may not tell Dallas, Texas that he in a relationship or whatever. Maybe Dallas, Texas don't go on social media and don't notice that his wife is all over everything. But still, that's not her responsibility. If she, you know, hey, it is what it is.
Right. I'm not calling nobody. I'm not texting nobody.
Nope.
I'm not going on social media about nobody.
Nope.
Or anything.
Nope.
I'm talking to that person who puts the key in the door.
Okay. That comes and be in my bed.
That's who I'm talking
That's who I have an issue with. I don't have an issue with her. I don't have an issue with who I thought her friend was. No. I don't. Why would I talk to the friend that you think that's her friend? Like, girl, if you don't sit down somewhere, you reaching.
You're reaching.
You're reaching.
You know, and girl, please.
Yeah. Please sit down.
And then Sweetie and Quavo, they broke up.
Did they?
Oh yeah.
Aww, I thought they were cute.
She said that she was on a show being interviewed or whatever, and she did say that she was single. I guess they had been single for like 3 months. They didn't let the cat out the bag. Mm. He was saying that he's a private person and he don't talk his business. But since she did say something about being single during this interview, he just said, yeah, He cheated.
Oh, he cheated.
He said he admitted that he did cheat. He said he cheated.
What's wrong with y'all? Stupid.
And then there was one point where he said that, he had, bought her that Bentley, right?
Uh-huh.
And there was a time that he had said something about he was taking the Bentley back, or he took the Bentley back or something. And he didn't take it back. She still has it. But anyway, he was going in and saying something about, their relationship. She's not what y'all think she is or whatever and all this kind of stuff. I mean, he started kicking up a little sand. She was just like, okay, fine. She didn't say another word.
She don't need to. She don't even need to.
You know what she said? She said, take care.
Oh, okay. That right there stings harder than you going ranting back, talking. Just say, all right, you have a great life, dude. You have a, you know what?
It's not even worth it. It's not even worth my energy. Take care of yourself, okay?
Yeah.
That's all I got to say.
That's it.
Take care of yourself. I'm done. We done.
I'm good.
There's nothing else to discuss.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to discuss. Why do you think I need to put up with any of that? I am so better than that. I don't have to put up with any of that.
No. It's another man waiting for her. Was like, oh, shoot. Her and Quavo over. Oh, it's time for me to shoot my shot. Like, I'm sure they're lining up to talk to the girl.
Yeah.
She won't have no problem finding another if she wants another.
Girl, listen. I'm not raising my voice.
Okay.
Listen, you take care, okay?
You have a great one. You have a great life, okay? Go ahead. Handle your business. Enjoy life.
Yeah, continue to do you. Yeah. That's it. See you when I see you.
Yeah, I'm
Period.
out. I'm out.
Period. And that's what she said. And everybody was like, okay. Yeah, absolutely okay. And that's what you guys need to learn how to do. Mm-hmm. That's what you guys need to learn how to do. Wow. Instead of all this texting and all these emails and all these pictures of when he beat me up and all this kind of, and all this stuff like coming out the woodwork.
Yeah.
All this stuff.
It was something I seen.
Are you serious right now?
Who was that? Somebody. I just seen it on.
I'm like, girl, I can't.
Yeah.
I'm just like, you know what? When you have all those red flags popping up, okay? When you saw the pictures, when you knew about the women, and you didn't do anything about it, but then when he got tired and made a fool out of you and said F you and turns to walk out the door, you broke it. You know what? When you saw that first red flag, you should have been making plans.
Yeah.
You should have been making plans. What do you think is going to happen? People in the industry, these athletes or whatever, honey, you come a dime a dozen.
You do. And the next one is waiting in the wind, waiting in the wings for you to move on and beat. And here come the next one.
Girl, there was one sitting next to him while he typed that on his phone.
Okay. Right.
It's just like, you women, come on. Mm-hmm. You guys got to stop this. You guys allow a number one, a number two. You don't care as long as you a number.
Right.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You allow all this kind of stuff. So what you allow, they will do to you too.
Exactly.
You just have to be careful, and don't beg nobody to be with you. Don't act like you can't do anything for yourself. And you turn around and have all these babies, and every time we look up, you going to court, and you ain't getting no money. You say he ain't worked, and girl, look,
look, it's just too much to even say. It's just like that's just too much work for what? Too much work for what?
I'm like, where are their mothers at? How come their mothers ain't telling these girls nothing?
Okay.
But I'm just glad that she just said, take care of yourself. Hey, she has her own career. Look, I had to see you on the other side. Bye. That's it. That's all. Anybody got time for all that? Go on about your business, baby.
Right. A dime a dozen, dude. You are a dime a dozen. I thought you was cool. I thought it was good.
And y'all need to stop getting into the relationships. If you don't want a relationship, just say, hey, this is who I am. I see you every once in a while. We can date or whatever. I am dating, and leave it like that.
Right.
That's all you got to do.
You don't have to be in a relationship.
You have to say, okay, we're a couple.
Right. Buying cars for each other.
And then they really feel that it's okay that they cheat. He came across to me like Okay, I cheated. I'm sorry. Okay.
Right.
I said I was sorry.
Deal with it. Cardi B's man deal with it. Cardi B deal with it when her man deal, so you could deal with it.
It's just like,
no,
you know, this is what I do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, sir, maybe you shouldn't have asked me to date me exclusively or say that we were in a relationship, and maybe we should just continue dating and then just left everything open.
Yeah, exactly.
For the both of us.
And you could have did what you do, and I'll be over here, and when we meet in the middle, cool.
If I happen to be around and you want to do something, okay. If not, okay, that's cool too. You know, no hard feelings. Why get entangled and get involved and do all that? I'd rather not.
It's too much.
It's just too much. Now look what happened. Now social media eating it up and
going
stuff. And they saying this and saying that. And everybody got something to say. She said, take care. She meant what she said.
I said what I said, and I meant it. Goodbye.
I said, take care of yourself. I'm done. And good for her. Smart girl.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Very smart. Very smart. I'm gonna round off our let's talk about it with this very, very, very petty but funny story.
Okay.
This man in Atlanta, he did not receive his final pay from his former employer. His employer owed him $915. His last day of work was somewhere around in November of 2020. And yeah, so he received his final payment in the form of 90,000 pennies that was covered in some type of oil, some kind of oil. So him and his girlfriend pulled up. The guy and his girlfriend had pulled up, and at the end of his driveway, there was the pennies, like a stacks of pennies, and his final pay stub. They paid him in pennies. And so they went and questioned the owner of the company, and he said that he couldn't recall if he did or if he didn't drop off them 90,000 pennies to that man. That dude did something to him for him to be so spiteful to pay that man. I mean, he paid you, but you had to do something. Either both of y'all petty something he did before he left, or something.
Exactly.
For him to be so petty. He didn't just do that just because. There's some situation that happened. And for him to go all the way out of his way to get 90,000 pennies, oh man, you made him mad. Made him mad. I just found that hilarious because we are both in HR, and to think that somebody would give somebody 90,000 pennies is crazy. I may have lost connection.
And you know, I'm just sitting here thinking while you're saying that, I don't know why he didn't get a little extra for the simple fact that he wasn't paid in November.
Right. He should have got extra money.
And we're in March.
Right.
Thank you. He should have been compensated for that whole entire timeline, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep,
From
for
November
sure.
to March, he should have got a nice chunk of change.
Yep.
Because the job should have paid him within 72 hours?
Yep, 72 hours. Yep.
Or did he get fired?
If he got fired, they should have paid him the same day he got fired.
Right.
But if you quit,
on his way out the door,
he had 72 hours.
The pennies or the check.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You know,
for sure.
And if not, he could have got more because they didn't do it at that time.
Yes.
And if they didn't do it after 72 hours after him walking out and resigning or whatever, just quitting, and then he still should have got a little chunk of change.
Yeah, he should penalty fees. He should know.
Margot, pardon the pun. I said a chunk of change.
Chunk of change. He got a chunk of greasy change. They owed you a couple of more a couple of more rolls of pennies. They owed you.
Exactly.
That is funny.
Just like anything else, honey.
Okay.
I would have put all them things in some Dawn dishwashing liquid and some hot water
and called it a day.
And honey, please go to one of the places where you pour all them coins in the machine.
There you go. Yep. There you go.
Honey, please.
I would
have soaked them things and dried them off and dried them some kind of way, girl.
Yeah.
And and took them things to one of them little coin things, honey, please.
Mm-hmm.
I sure would have.
And called it a night.
And said good riddance.
Okay, be like, all right, cool. I didn't want to be there anyway. Obviously, you petty Paul. You know, I don't need to be working there. So, that's crazy.
Hey, what about this person that went out and killed all these people?
That's so sad.
Margot.
I don't understand, folks.
I don't understand. Margot, I don't understand.
I heard this guy. It was a politician. He said, "Don't do anything about gun control." Not in this wording, but he said, "Don't worry about gun control. Worry about the people with the guns," or something he said. And I was like, "Well, if the people didn't have easy access to the gun, then we wouldn't have to worry about this stuff. So that's why you have to worry about gun control."
About assault rifle, AR-15
rifle. What in the you don't even need to hunt with that. That's to kill people. You don't hunt anything with that. That would shred something to pieces. So you're not out hunting a bear or whatever they hunt, deers and shit, with no assault rifle.
That's for people in armed services.
Yes. So how did he have that? How does he have an assault rifle?
They sell them all day long.
Exactly. That's what we're talking about when it comes to gun control. There is no reason why a regular citizen should have an assault rifle. It's just no reason to have that. No reason.
No reason at all.
I don't care.
No reason at all.
Who you are. No regular citizen. If you're not in armed services where you are on duty, or the police, whatever, whoever, you cannot have an assault rifle. For what? Why?
There's no reason for it.
It's so sad. And this is like, they had this shooting in Boulder, Colorado, and then they had the shooting last week in Atlanta with the spies.
In Georgia.
In Georgia with the spies. And it's just so sad. You know, you can't even go, and the lockdowns are, getting lifted, and people are trying to go out and do stuff. And, those people in Boulder was at the grocery store. Those people in Georgia was at the spa, trying to relax.
And you know what, Margot, they said both gentlemen were like 21 years old.
I don't know. What's wrong with these little critter people?
They young folks.
Yeah, I don't understand. I really don't. I don't get it. I don't get why the fascination. They mentally ill. I don't know. I really don't know. But I wish that we can get some kind of control. Ill. Yeah,
we know that for a fact.
Mm-hmm.
We know that for a fact.
Mm-hmm.
They're mentally ill.
Mm-hmm.
First off, and then not only that, they're able to go and buy that type of weapon. I mean, and it's hard to even know if that person is a mental case. I guess
right.
It's kind of hard. But I mean, the background checks. What are the background checks? I mean, how far do they go? Do they go to institutions, or they just go to, jail time, prison, and convictions?
Right.
I mean,
maybe they never just got caught.
Institutions.
They never got caught. So just because you do dirt and you never got caught and you don't have a record, you can still buy a gun. So do you check the mental records? I mean, they need to do some other dig. First, like I said, they need to get the assault rifles off of the chart of shit that they think that people can purchase. Regular people can purchase. There's no way.
But NRA is not going to let that happen.
No. And please.
And, they so bad right now. They were in bankruptcy. But I guess they're just trying to come back. But it's going to be a long, hard road to toe with them because they are like the lobbyist kings. They really lobby for that.
Mm-hmm.
The NRA does for gun control. I mean, for anti-gun control and stuff like that. But they really have to do something about it. I agree with you 100%. They have to.
Mm-hmm. They do. It's no reason for any person to just be walking around like in those gun carrying states, walking around with an assault rifle. Like, what? Why do you have an assault, and why is that okay? I don't get it. I don't get it at all. I really don't. So, shout out. Blessings and prayers. Shout out. Blessings and prayers to those people who lost, those 10 people who lost their lives and their families, and a police officer. That's so sad. They trying to protect and they getting shot up because it's an idiot out here with a gun. It doesn't make any sense.
Exactly.
At all. So on my rant, really quick. So I just wanted to rant. This rant is about myself. I told you guys at the top of the podcast that I went to the Backyard Boogie. I met comedian Scruncho. Well, because they were friends of my guy and friends of friends or whatever. The guy who owned the location knew that I was a comedian, brought Scruncho over, and Scruncho asked me if I wanted to go up. And my first response was no, and that's because I felt like I wanted to just chill. When I do a show, it's just a mindset. Like, I really have to be in that mindset or whatever. So that's why my first response, well, the only response that I gave was no. But after I said no, he said, okay. And he just quickly turned around and left. And I just felt something come over me like, damn, I should have just said yeah, because there was an opportunity. So, like, my rant is, when opportunity knocks, will you answer? Because I just had a conversation with myself that day, earlier in that day, where I said that, I love doing comedy, but I know that Pastrami on the Run is about to take over a lot of my time. I still will do comedy, but when I do it, hopefully somebody will see me, and, that will lead to other things, and it's just not me going out doing, shows here and there or whatever. It'll lead me on a path to do comedy, and then, whatever. But I'm not going to give it up. So I just had that talk with myself, and then this opportunity knocked on my door, right in my face, and I instantly said no. So I felt bad. Why did I feel bad the whole time? I had a really good time that night because I had a lot of liquor in me, but and some really good food and music and comedy. So I was cool, but deep down in my heart, I was like, damn, like, why did I say no? Why did I say no? So my guy had went over there, talked to Scruncho and all them, and then so he asked me to come over, and he said, don't be so hard on yourself, but, it was a blessing, and blessings come and they go, and, you said you learned a lesson, because I said, I learned a lesson, I'm so sorry that I said no, because in comedy, what he's saying is, in comedy, if somebody asks you, not just anybody, that's Scruncho, he's like the underground king of comedy, so if somebody like at that stature asks you if you want to go and get comedians are doing all kind of things for stage time. So if this comedian came to you and offered you stage time, you're supposed to accept that stage time. That's pretty much, you can say no, of course you can, but that's just the way that it is in the industry. It's like thumbing your nose up at somebody. That's how it is. It's like, nah, I'm good. And that's not how I was, and I don't think he took it that way, but he just explained that. And I was like, you know what? You absolutely right. And then in my head, I was like, damn, I should have just said yeah and figured it out. I should have figured out, because it was an opportunity for me to be in front of someone at his stature, which is Pancho. I could have did a really great job and say, you know what? I have some gigs and that you can get paid at. That stuff could have happened. It could have happened, but I will never know because I said no. That's how I felt. So, just when you have an opportunity, will you be ready when it knocks on your door? That's my whole thing. Will you be ready for it to take the opportunity, or will you just say no, like I did? That's exactly how I said it too. No. So, it was a lesson learned for me, and I was happy to talk to him because he's a very spiritual person, and he's like, just, I don't know, the conversation, again, I was drinking, so I don't remember the whole conversation, but it was like very soothing, like, it's okay. He gave me a hug. It's okay. You good. Don't worry about it. Blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, that's that. That beats that.
But the beauty was...
Oh, but that I did have an opportunity. Yeah, that he did ask me. That is definitely the beauty. The beauty is that he asked me. For sure. So when the opportunity comes again, because it will, I always
It will,
believe
just
that
like this
it'll
one
knock
did.
again.
Come on, girl, please.
Yes.
It's going to come.
Yes. I'll be ready next time.
Yeah.
I'll be ready.
Exactly.
I will definitely be ready. It is what it is.
Exactly. And you know what? Hopefully you won't have any drinks before they come to your next trip.
Okay. Catch me as soon as I come in, because I'm ready. I'm ready to chill, eat, drink, listen to music, and listen to some comedy. Let's do it. And I'm not the one performing. Come on. I'm ready. I'm ready to enjoy my time.
Exactly.
Yes. So it is what it is. I'm good though. It weighed on me all weekend, and then I said it is what Margot.
Right.
It happened. Let it go, because you just thinking about this.
Girl, listen. Like they used to say back when, don't cry over that spilled milk, honey.
Okay. Do not. It took me a minute.
You can't do nothing about yesterday.
It's done. It's a done deal. That dude ain't even thinking about you no more. So why are you allowing this whole situation to take
that energy?
Energy all up in my head for something else.
Somewhere else.
Yes. On stuff that you got going right now.
A whole bunch of stuff.
Okay. All right.
Exactly.
So I'm good. I feel a lot better. I've overcame it. All right, y'all. We have reached the end of our episode 88. Did I say that's 88? Yes, episode 88.
88.
Whew, we almost there. We almost in triple digits,
wow.
y'all. Yay! So have a great weekend. We'll see you guys we'll be here for you to listen to us next week. Yes, so enjoy, y'all.
Good night. Be safe.